Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch with our weekend video brief, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend, Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd. Within the short term there is some good news. High pressure, which has dominated across Ireland for a good several days now, will be maintaining fine and settled weather across the country this weekend. The high pressure is situated across Ireland and to the southwest of the British Isles in general, within this region of relatively cloud-free skies. And you can just see about on satellite imagery as well, the southwest of the country, particularly across Munster, is poking out beneath a region of relatively low cloud across central and northern areas, but across the southwest of the country, again, just extending into clearer skies, is Munster, and this is across more southwestern areas of the country, where the best of the sunshine will be through the rest of Friday. Elsewhere, a relatively cloudy day, and the cloud thick enough for a little light rain and showers across some northern areas. We do have a weather front approaching from the north, this region of cloud here, but it is a very, very weak feature as it moves southwards towards the area of high pressure, but it will essentially just lead to thicker cloud over the weekend, perhaps a little light rain and drizzle in places, but certainly no widespread rain is expected this weekend, as generally dry but rather cloudy conditions is maintained. There is some bad news, however, through into the course of next week, and we look towards the north of the country to north of this weather front within this region here, and unfortunately we will tap into some very cold weather for late April from the north as Monday and Tuesday progress next week, as we see some particularly late winter weather. As ever, more details on next week's weather will be available on Sunday and into Monday, but don't put the winter woolies away just yet. We are looking at some well below average temperatures and perhaps even some winter precipitation as next week progresses. Coming back to the short term and just taking a look now at the weather and latest rainfall radar, just highlights those showery outbreaks of rain across Ulster and some northern areas of the country, but otherwise, as you can see, a lot of fine and dry weather across the country, and essentially that highlights and emphasises the weather over the weekend. A lot of dry weather, yes, but equally there will be quite a lot of cloud as well. So let's take a look at the all-important weather charts to put the details onto the forecast now, and also take a quick look at this potential change to colder weather next week as well. So we move into Saturday. It will be a locally chilly start across some areas. This week, weather front potentially bringing thicker cloud through central areas of the country, extending eastwards into some eastern areas, and perhaps the cloud thick enough for a little light rain and drizzle first thing on Saturday, again through central areas. But otherwise, as you can see, high pressure is indeed the dominant feature of the weather. So as Saturday progresses, any light rain or drizzle early in the morning will fizzle out, and essentially the rest of the day is then dry, but with quite a lot of cloud. There is overall likely to be some brighter intervals developing at times as the cloud breaks through the afternoon, perhaps especially across some southern and eastern areas, but otherwise again emphasis is on a cloudy but mainly dry day. We move through into Sunday, and otherwise generally little in the way of change. High pressure is still the dominant feature of the weather. Yes, again, potentially a chilly start in places, but otherwise another fine and settled day across the country. Variable amounts of cloud leading to cloudier periods at times, but equally there will be some brighter intervals too. However, I bring your attention to this weather system and low pressure passing to the north of Scotland. It is behind this weather system that late Sunday and into Monday of next week, colder weather arrives. This weather system drifts away to the south into Monday, and then we see winds directly from the Arctic, northerly winds filter down across the country Monday through into Tuesday, and essentially this brings a mixture of sunshine and showers. The showers likely to be wintry with hail, sleet and perhaps even snow on higher ground, feeling cold in a moderate to fresh northerly wind, and there will be some particularly late and potentially even harsh frosts for late April, something for gardeners and growers to be aware of. So again, definitely a case of don't put the winter woolies away yet. Unfortunately, some particularly late winter weather is certainly looking likely as we progress into next week, but more details on that Sunday and into Monday. So back to the short term and taking a quick look at the temperatures through the rest of Friday into the weekend, and overall temperatures this weekend will be near to average, very little in the way of any variation in temperatures, and highs this afternoon 12, 13, perhaps even 14 degrees across some southwestern areas of the country. Temperatures do drop away this evening and overnight, locally quite chilly, perhaps 4 or 5 degrees beneath any clearer skies, but otherwise temperatures 6, 7 or 8 degrees Celsius. Through into the weekend, and temperatures overall again near to average, highs around about 9 to 13 degrees on Saturday, pleasant enough where any cloud breaks occur. Again, another locally chilly night possible in places on Saturday night, but generally no risk of frost. Through into Sunday, temperatures perhaps if anything a degree or so higher than compared with Saturday. As you can see, perhaps 13, 14 or maybe even locally 15 degrees Celsius. So overall, pleasant enough this weekend with temperatures near to average. So let's summarise that in our weekend weather summary. Both Saturday and Sunday generally can be grouped together. Fine and settled conditions which have dominated for several days will continue over the weekend. Yes, there will be quite a lot of cloud. Certainly don't expect much in the way of any sunshine, but there will be some brighter intervals developing at times. Temperatures near to average. Yes, there will be some chilly nights, but again, with average temperatures, this will lead to relatively mild conditions, and where any brighter weather does develop, then it will feel pleasant enough. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. As ever, I'll be back with you with all the important information on this change to colder weather next week on Sunday or early Monday of next week. So thanks for tuning in and enjoy your weekend.